go shaking my tits for the press. I like to go see how the professionals do it. Institution like this. But in fact, it's the quietest and safest place in town. You won't run into any reporters, nobody gets into any fights, nobody drinks too much, nobody even raises their voice. The place is owned by an elderly gentleman who knows how to keep things under control. That's why I never invite my friends here. I wanted to make an exception for my 60th birthday, but most of my colleagues are young enough to be my sons, and they'd rather just hire prostitutes. Why stare at some boobs when you can take the whole package for yourself? But there's none of that in our club. Even looking too long is considered indecent. You can get an occasional glimpse, like by accident. The rest of the time you just pretend that you're immersed in conversation, or just come by for a drink. Doesn't mean these gentlemen wouldn't want their bald heads smothered in tits. It's just that nobody says it out loud. My younger colleagues might call it hypocrisy, but I call it the good old-fashioned manners. Good manners and leave the rest unsaid. She agrees to unbutton her blouse, and we agree not to pay too much attention. The girls are on a quiet prowl, too. They're looking for a way out of their cramped rooms. Maybe make friends with some wealthy patron with a pacemaker and dentures. Everybody wants something. But we have to control ourselves, or we'll all turn into libertines and prostitutes. Hell, if there weren't any rules, I'd be belching and farting, jumping up on the table, arms held high, yelling, "Shake it, baby!" No idea how I got so barbaric.
Everybody, you just saw the intro, so I think you guys already know what we're getting into. Welcome to This is the Police. This is the Police? This is the Police. So, I once did a video on this game, I think not too long ago, and it wasn't pretty well. As some of my people know, there was no audio. And it was unedited, it wasn't good at all. So I deleted that video, and I'm doing it over again. A brand new playthrough, and not destroyed completely, because I've been uploading a lot of that lately. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. But disclaimer, this game has a lot of violence, use of alcohol. It's as you saw in the intro, this will not be a type of game that will be allowed by a lot of parents to let their younger kids play. So disclaimer, but this game looks really interesting. It looks like those old cop. It's like a cop drama, but it's also like a mob story. In the intro, I got like a Godfather-esque feel to it, so this is really interesting. I think we follow this police officer in his story of retirement and his dealings with the mob, I think. But yeah, man. Alright, let's just dive right in. New game. Yes. Day 1, July 15th, Monday. Mayor Rogers, sex maniac, Mark War II to be shown in Freeburg the day before the worldwide premiere by the mayor's personal request. City Hall confirms rumors of Jack Boyd's resignation. What's happening?
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher.
See that type of like, oh, I just love these kinds of stories. And the atmosphere, too.
This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them.
We're gonna talk to the press?
I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same. Play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Alright, we're back. And I fixed my mic, so hopefully you guys can hear me better. Good morning. Yesterday the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? The mayor discussed it with me. The mayor discussed it. Mayor Rogers told me that once a fresh face running Freeburg PD. So no, it didn't come as a surprise. Do you already know the name of your successor? No. Of course not, and I don't think the mayor's office knows who it is either. After the recent corruption scandal, your deputy Francis Kendrick said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? Perhaps. Sounds possible, if he thinks the new office would help him serve the city a little longer. Although Kendrick was acquitted, I don't know how to say that word. Many still believe that the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? No comment. I don't know. Usually I prefer to answer all your questions, but in this situation I've got to say no comment. Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? Or should I know? Thank you. You're welcome.
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick.
Kendrick Lamar. God almighty.
As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough, I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon. "180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me. I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man.
Troy Starr?
I'll do my best.
That sounds like a stripper's name. Not that
Quit
I
smoking
would
up the
know.
office. One of my friends will be using it soon.
I knew it. I knew he was a stripper.
I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number.
I knew he was.
Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
Jack, I love you, man. Jack Boyd, only assholes join the mafia. I did not say that. You guys saw me in the interview. I didn't say anything like that.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts.
Ghost? There's a
My
ghost right
deputy,
there.
Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
Ooh, okay. Tutorial. Would you like to receive tips about how the game works? Show me what you got, or I'm a 60-year-old police chief, a few months away from my retirement. I don't need anyone telling me how to do my job. Oh, I wish I could answer that, but I don't know how this game works yet. So let's go. Freeburg PD organizes upcoming work assignments into shifts for today and tomorrow. Every shift, officers respond to crimes in progress, and detectives continue their investigation. You can freely move employees between shifts. All officers and detectives poses several important characteristics. Does that mean Abrams is a drunk bastard? Professionals show the overall efficiency level of your policeman. A figure around 150 is considered average. Any policeman who falls short of this mark is not entirely reliable. While those whose professionalism is considerably higher than average are a safe bet. Even in a pinch, an individual's level of professionalism may rise and fall over the course of their career. So anybody who's like a police lieutenant can drop down their score, their overall efficiency level, if they get drunk. That's not... Oh god, am I gonna be bad at this game? Hopefully not. Energy shows how tired your policemen are. The less energy your people have, the less reliable their work, and a policeman who is exhausted might fall asleep at the wheel or make a critical error on the job. Good god, so if one of my police officers are tired, they're gonna fall asleep in the car. Oh my god. Your employees lose 1 point of energy after each work on the day and restore 1 point after each day of rest. My god, there's a lot of stuff. Your employees don't tell you anything. Some additional characteristics are hidden from view. For instance, some cops are lazy and will come up with reasons they can think of to take the day off, while others like to drink too much. You can only guess about these things, but you should be able to draw your own conclusions based on the behavior of your employees. Alright, start the day. Alright.
Don't you leave me here.
Okay, am I gonna get copyright strike? Responding to calls is the bread and butter of police work. You'll need to send your officers to the crime scene before the timer expires. A mark on the map shows where the call came from. The farther away the destination is from the police station, the longer it will take your officers to travel back and forth. So the longer your people will be tied up and unavailable for upcoming work. Okay. I'm gonna have to tone down the music. Kinda like 60%. Yeah? Alright. Okay. The easiest way to determine how difficult a task might be is to check how many units you are allowed to send on the call. The more units you can send, the more serious the alleged threat. Particularly risky missions give you the option of sending SWAT, but they must be accompanied by at least one officer. Okay.
I'm Alabama bound.
Number of slots is not the only one thing you can... Okay, I'm gonna read that over. The number of slots is not the only thing to consider. Any available information, from the location of the crime scene to the presence of weapons and so on, all of this can tell you how seriously each case should be taken. A mission might look simple at first glance, until it turns into a brutal meat grinder, or a serious call can cause can come in which turns are to be a false alarm. So, like, maybe we got a hit and run like this, it can turn into a terrorist threat or a terrorist attack. Jesus, okay. Okay, hit and run. A married couple exited a convenience store and saw a van in a parking lot backhoe over a homeless man who'd been digging through a trash can. The driver jumped out to help, but once he saw that he'd hit a bum, he got back in the van and quickly drove away. Shit, okay. I'm gonna send, because it's just a bum, I'm gonna send Asano and Purdy. Get to work, guys. My god, the music. The last pictures show theater. A theater manager reported that during a show of Citizen Kane, a drunk man attempted to force his way into the theater carrying a snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. When he was denied entry, he violently attacked the cashier and is currently fighting with the theater's security guard. Okay, I'm gonna send Austin and Price on it, because I don't want to send my best on a guy who's just causing trouble in some theater. Oh god. Hit and run, report. When everything goes well, the police capture the criminals and nobody dies. But the truth is, sometimes the criminals manage to escape. Just try to avoid any dead cops or civilians. Dead cops will hit your roster, and dead citizens bother the mayor even more than the living ones. Okay, offender caught, officer unharmed. Nice. Damn. Alright, what do we got? Nice. What? Oh, shit. Shit. Fuck. Oh god, am I gonna get... Is the mayor gonna freaking... Okay, let's just avoid that. Oh god. This is where the hard stuff comes in. Armed robbery. 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store and then made off with their whole collection of adult movies. The criminals fled in a car, but the store man wrote that the car's left space. The owner is one Janet Brown who lives in the suburbs. We're gonna wait for that, okay? Come on, return. Return. God damn it, return. Thank you. Okay. Okay, Austin and Yancey. Okay, what do we got? Armed robbery. 3 teenagers smashed with a shotgun. Oh, then what was the last one? Shit, I read wrong. God damn it. This is not going well for me at all. I'm gonna send Purdy and Kochi, okay? Sending all my best people. Uh-oh. Ghetto. A passerby saw some teenagers attacking him and ran away with his guitar and his money. Gonna send Price and Asano over. God, I have no more police officers. Except Tsubaki. Come on, please don't kill any more civilians. This is my second day.
311 Officer on scene.
When your cops aren't sure how to proceed, they might contact you and ask you how to handle the situation. Try to deal with whatever comes up and don't waste all your time on this stuff. You have plenty of other problems on your plate. The vehicle is parked right outside the Brown residence. The sounds of moaning and loud laughter can be heard through the living room window. Turn on siren. Sneak into the house through an open door. The house is surrounded. Yes! Oh, thank God. Okay, fight report. Oh, thank God. Okay. Good, good. Now we just need this guy to report on the assault. Wow. Good job, Asano and Price. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Good job. End of day? Nice. If you think you need a couple of extra hands tomorrow, you can order any cop to come in and work overtime, but they're working flat out. They'll be too more exhausted. Somebody's bound to make a mistake. Like I said, this is next shift. Grant. These people are better than my people. I think I'm gonna order to work tomorrow because the detectives didn't get to work yesterday. And Yancy. Alright. We got 5 detectives.
Used to be when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack.
Disgusting.
I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand. Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry, or as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price.
Good Lord.
In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
I don't know about that. I mean, we need to earn $500,000 for our pension fund in 180 days. This is retirement. Legendary singer Gennaro Crespo comes to Freeburg. Construction of cinema museum postponed again. Oh, tension. Love the atmosphere. Very, yeah, again, like I said, very Godfather, Goodfellas. When a police officer is too tired to be effective, he will ask for a day off. Sometimes officers will request days off even when they're at full strength. Some of the reasons you'll hear are far-fetched, while some are very serious. Don't overindulge your subordinates, but don't antagonize them either. Remember that everybody's got secrets, and you've got to make sure these guys have your back. Oh, I'm the freaking police chief. No. My grandfather has epilepsy, and recently the seizures have gotten worse. They happen more often, and they all end in tears. The doctor says he needs a special drug. The doctor said, can I get out of town? I'm the only one in the family who drives. Can I go get these drugs today? Sure. If it's for your grandfather, then sure. In addition to their performance ratings, police officers also possess rank. Employees begin at the lowest rank and can be elevated in rank with 1, 2, or 3 stripes. Once a week, you can pass out stripes and improve the rank of any employee. If you think that no one is worthy of the honors some week, you can propose the ceremony until later. Insignias won't go until your people are ready. Okay. Can I close it? Right, good. Let's start the day. Freeburg isn't one of those cities where you listen to what they say or nothing at all. You can always select any song from your collection, just like in real life, or the life of your grandfather. Oh, that's cool. Do we wanna Bud meets Bob? Bud Freeman? Do we want Billabong? Nocturne in B major? Or Sweet Ginger Green? I'm gonna go with Sweet Ginger Green. Oh, that's so good. The song is like this, and then the screen says, let's learn how to hire and fire cops. Okay. Labor market. Okay. You have a certain number of paid job openings, for which you can hire any available applicant. Job slots are separated between officers and detectives. Well, of course. Okay, I'm gonna hire for shift A. Want to free up a slot? Time to fire somebody. No, I don't want to fire Stovall. If you have legal grounds for the termination, no one will ask any questions. You might need to fire them anyway. Legality be damned, but that could land you in additional proceedings. And your other staff will become more worried about keeping their jobs than they are about actually doing their jobs. Another way to free up a slot is to have a police officer killed. That's not really a valid option. But Stovall is 400, his rating. Ah, whatever. Bye, Stovall. Alright, let's start today. St. John's Cathedral. We received a frightened call from the local cathedral. This morning, the abbot discovered that someone entered the old cemetery during the night. The old yard's tombstones are painted with satanic symbols, and some have been broken into places. And it seems there are marks shoveled, but they wouldn't say no more. Okay. Since this is just vandalism, I will put Birch and Royal. Oh, I can just change the music anytime I want. Good. Labor more. Ooh, I can hire 2 more people. Alright. We have Samuel Reed or Melissa Spade. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna hire you for shift B.
Now she can shimmy like
Freddie
Sister
Williams.
Jane. She's just a dancing queen. Fit for a king. Swing sweet ginger green.
Oh, come on, don't end the song. Vandalism. Businessman Harley Jones, looking out his window, saw 2 teenagers scratching offensive slogans on his new car. Whoa, this needs 3 police officers. Okay, so we'll have Grant, Stovall. Wait, I can still use Stovall? Or maybe he gets fired at the end of the day. Alright. Maybe not Stovall, maybe Samadi, Robbins, and Grant. Okay, why are there only 2 detectives? Okay, there we go. I fixed it. Hey! Give me back my song. Okay. We're gonna hear Nocturne in B major. Oh god. Ah, shit. God damn it, Birch. Get back here. Eddie's Burgers. Suspicious and a waitress named Mia, nice name, reports that she just served a chicken Eddie and a Diet Coke to a dangerous criminal who she'd seen on television just this morning. The culprit is sitting at the window eating a burger. I'm gonna put Yancey and Stovall on it, because I think this is more serious. For fuck's sake! God, our police officers are bad at their jobs. Alright, hopefully you guys... Please. False alarm and mistaken Officer Frank Nero for the fugitive in question. You mistaken a police officer for a criminal. Good job, Mia. Ooh. A new sign. Sam Norkin, King Louis nightclub. Mr. Boy. My bouncer stuffed himself with Mexican food again. What was that accent? And now, he can't get out of the can. Meantime, the line outside of the club is stretching around the block. We need someone outside who can tell the cool guys from the punks. Well, it's definitely not me. Okay, I'm gonna pick Grant. Oh, no. She's gonna get molested then. Randall, please, I need to earn $500,000. I'm still at $2,400 right now.
1111 in progress.
Drug sales. An anonymous call just came in. A clown carrying balloons at the skating rink is selling crack to teenagers. Yancy? Robbins? I'm not sending Stovall in for just normal. Ooh. Okay. I think this is serious. A naked man carrying a canister of gasoline has threatened to set himself on fire unless his favorite chewing gum becomes popular again. Okay, Stovall, Rand, you've got this. I believe in you. What do we got? What do we got? Wrong button. Should we go... hire for shift B. Sorry, Chief, but I quit. What? I pulled in more cash working here than in your dumb. I just wasn't cut out to be a cop. Well, fuck you, Vandal. God, I am the worst police officer in the history of Freeburg.
Officer on scene.
As police arrive, clown is seen making balloon animals cover up in a raincoat and pretend to be an illicit customer. Carefully watch. Take the clown onto the ice and run up any witness. Okay.
1111.
Yes! Nice job, Yancy, Robbins. Just need... Okay, suicide threat. Please don't. Please. 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 Oh, thank God. Stovall. Good job, buddy. Grant, fuck you. You couldn't even chase down 2 fucking teenagers, man. Okay, so this is shift B. Oh no, end of day. Okay, good. Day 4, July 18th. I'm really liking this so far. Feminist organization denied official registration. Enemies using feminists to destroy Freeburg. Rob Spire to reveal his identity when the time is right. Okay. Yeah. Sure. When the time is right. Ooh, a knock at the door.
Whenever I'm alone at home and there's a knock at the door, I always hope it'll be my wife, Laura. She's always forgetting her keys.
Hello, my name is Steve, and you're Jack Boyd, is that right?
To get to my front door, the Bible boys walked about a mile from the local bus stop, jumping over mud puddles and skirting a couple of landfills. Laura doesn't go in for religion either, but according to her, these brave lunatics with their fake smiles deserve at least a minute of attention. She patiently listens to them, asks them questions, regales them with pastries, and never once dropping a hint of condescension. When I watch her do it, I've got to admit it gets me. I'd have hugged those boys, sat with them on the porch and lit up a cigar. But a month after Laura left, all I could do was quietly ask them not to bother me. Today I'm a little rougher still. Shut the door on his nose this time.
Oh,
Another
geez.
couple weeks at this rate and I'll be greeting anyone who comes close with my service pistol pointed towards the sky, ready to fire my warning shots. In my life, even the basic stuff never goes like it's supposed to. Normally, when a wife is going to leave home, she'll make a scene or at least sit everyone down for a serious conversation. But Laura just disappeared. The children in the stories always stand on the side of the mother, but all 3 of our sons supported me. The in-laws always blame the husband for making their daughter unhappy. But now Sally, Laura's mother, well, we sort of have a pact. The fellow Laura ran off with is young enough to be her son.
Jeez.
I hear he's 30 years old. Of all the possible information a man can know about his wife's lover, I get hit with that. Fortunately, Laura's mother doesn't like the way it sounds either. Sally figures this guy just thought he'd have some fun with a mature woman, but he'll be back chasing college girls before the year is out. So we have an agreement. Sally's gonna track down Laura and try to reason with her, and we'll arrange a meeting. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to not do anything stupid, which of course means anything at all. It's a crazy situation. I'm the police chief, and the person I'm trusting to find my wife is an old woman armed with a phone book. But I can't afford to lose Sally as an ally. So for the moment, I had to swallow my pride.
Poor Jack.
Hello.
Mrs. Markham, this is Boyd.
Oh, is there any news?
That's what I wanted to ask you. Have you found anything? An address, phone number? Have you spoken to her?
Don't worry, Jack. I've narrowed the range to 2 suspects, or whatever you like to say at your police building.
At my police building, we find people faster than a funny old woman chirping on the phone with my wife's girlfriends.
Oh, you're an old man, Jack. Come to your senses. They'd give us straight odds on the street. But I've got more energy, Jack. Maybe you think I'm a foolish old woman, but I go to my book club, argue with the girls about Byron, and it gives me energy. I talk to my dogs, and it gives me energy. And you have nothing, Jack. You don't even have a hobby. You got no passion. It's why Laura left you.
Let's not go back into that, Sally. Find my wife, and we can discuss my hobbies later. I'm waiting for your call, and my patience is running thin.
Dude, be
Laura,
nicer.
if you've stopped loving me, I'll let you go. I can't expect the impossible from you. Just don't let me die out here, okay?
See, that sort of thing. We need games more like this that have characters that really have flaws like that. I'm too tired. I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? Yes. God damn it. I was up all night reading an exciting detective story called The Last Temptation of Neptune, but I didn't have time to get the ending. I'm almost certain that the killer is Commissioner Harold. Alright, so sure, can I go home and finish the book reading? No! I'm not gonna let you go home to finish a fucking book. Let's go. Piano. Don't you leave me there. But, before I start the day, poor Jack, man, but it's kind of interesting, is that he seems tough. Like, he seems the guy who doesn't take shit from anybody, but, man, his wife just left, just, like, disappeared like that. And in movies you see, like, the mother was hiding her, or, like, the sons try to hide her from the father. She just disappeared. And and the 3 of their sons and her mother were both shocked, and now they're trying to work together with Jack to find where she is. Alright, I am really liking the story on this game, and this is an indie game, so really impressive stuff. Alright, enough talking. Let's start the day with some music. If you know the song Cruella de Vil, it really sounds like this. Someone commits a serious crime and flees the scene. The case goes to your detective. Racist gang has recently made some trouble in the city. They're capturing black townspeople and beating them to death. They recently sent a message to a local radio station promising to kill all the black doctors, firemen, and police. We don't need any more dead police, especially not mere months before the election. The racists are gaining more and more followers, and even some of our citizens support them. They'll have to fire all black employees over the next 2 days due to mounting racial tension. Are you bloody serious? Okay. Destruction of property. A member of the city cleaning crews saw an elderly man approach some expensive cars and carrying a long iron rod. The whole street could hear him. Bastards, thieves, cocksuckers. Oh, bloodsuckers. Oh, okay, I'm going to send Spain and Slovakia on it?
I'm Alabama
Alright,
bound.
homicide. Yes, detective work.
Alabama
They investigate the
bound.
crime scene, interview the witnesses, and gather whatever information seems to be pertinent.
From town to
One of your
town.
detectives will be
Alabama
lead investigator on the case. You can assign additional detectives
Don't
to any
say
case who will work under the lead investigator as subordinates. The more professionals the lead investigator, the more effective the team. I only have 2 detectives right here, so okay, I'm gonna have Williams be the lead investigator here. Ah, the music. Snapping my fingers. Carjacking. Gas station, surveillance camera recorded a car that's on the stolen vehicle list. Ooh, we're gonna send Austin, and yeah, we don't want to send 4 police officers, right? We'll just send 3. Homicide investigation has started. Detectives have interviewed witnesses, collected evidence from the scene, and are pursuing the investigation. Expect results. They drove by in a sedan. They shot like a machine gun. I didn't see much. Oh, so we're supposed to like go through the clues, right? Okay. How do I scroll up and down? Okay. I only heard a few muffled shots. Okay. Motorcycles are really loud right now. I'm sorry if my mic is like shaking or rattling or something. I only heard a few muffled shots. He got what he deserves. He's been causing trouble for a long time, and recently there's been a lot of cursing and carrying on. I don't remember the car and the neighbor. It was quiet. I never heard any shots. The police these days don't do nothing. The police these days don't do nothing. I almost died myself. I went to buy some medicine and was nearly hit by some idiot's car. Some idiot's car. Drove by in a sedan. Shot a machine gun. Neighborhood was quiet. Suppressor? Would be a machine gun if it has suppressor. So we need more evidence here. So Mr. Carpenter. Mr. Carpenter. These days don't do nothing. I think Mr. Carpenter got hit by sedan when he was going home from the drugstore. Alright. Anything else?